Hey everyone, Paul Hernandez here, back at Sideshow booth 1929. Now we're going to show you some hot toys from Star Wars that you've seen, but again, not like this. There's no glass over it, and we are still setting up right now. So before it gets a little louder in here, let's get to it. Let's start with, look at the pit droid here. I mean, it looks so cute and so welcoming, and I also love just the paint application, the weathering that you find on it. And look at the little hand, just the little clampy hand there. I mean, everything from the antenna to the base that it's on, of course, to the accompanying droid there. And of course, we have R5, grease stains intact here with various levels of detail. And I do love the red paint job as well. But we're going to move from the good to the bad. We've got the Dark Trooper as seen and summoned by Moff Gideon, holding that huge blaster with left hand in a fist with only one purpose, and that is to capture the asset with those red glowing eyes that you see on the helmet sculpt there. A super sleek and black armor on this piece. And one of the coolest details about this is all of the inner mechanics. I mean, you can tell that it is a robot under there. Everything from, at every point that there's a joint, from the shoulder to the elbow to the knees. I mean, you can tell that it is a Dark Trooper, and it's got one purpose and one purpose only: to make your collection awesome. Now, we're going to stay in the neutral gray or bad area. Of course, this is the Cad Bane 6 skill with his companion Todo 360 here. We did do a video to show you guys this in detail, but here he is next to Boba Fett, as seen in later seasons of The Mandalorian, and of course in the book of Boba Fett. Boba is holding that blaster, accompanied by a gaffy stick, and they both have multiple elements of mixed media. Boba with that undersuit, that black scarf that we've seen, and he's got like a leather-like holster for that pistol on his right leg there, and of course his cloak sort of cascading down the figure itself. And with Cad Bane, he's got this incredible Western style trench coat. The hat itself is fabric, and that brown undersuit that he has, you know, almost like a vest, and his pants. Again, multiple elements of mixed media. All right, now we have more Boba Fett to show you all. This is the quarter scale Boba Fett figure by Hot Toys. Quarter scale, or as I like to say, posable statues. That's right. This entire bad boy here is posable. And one of the things I love about quarter scale is it's, you know, it being scaled up. You can get a better look at the armor, especially if you're a cosplayer out there or you're just a massive Star Wars fan. The quarter scales are the way to go because it adds such an element to your collection. Now this has that articulated rangefinder. You can actually see the stitching and the layering and of course pattern on the undersuit really well here. Now his shoulder pauldrons, you can see all of the various levels of battle damage. And of course, you know, you do get a scaled up version of that blaster. So if you were building that for your cosplay or for your collection, you can see it there as well. Now his gauntlets, again, have changed now to red in the later seasons, and they are more detailed with those black gloves. And of course, it does have more mixed media elements in those pants and that leather holster that he has there, as well as these shoe coverings. All right, up next we have Paz Vizsla, also known as the Heavy Infantry Mandalorian. And I mean, boy howdy, is he heavy infantry. He is just stacked with weapons and armor, and he's just built. And on his left hand there, you see that protective shield, and cascading over or sort of protruding out, he does have that blaster coming out of that left hand as well. You can see all the various scratches and clinks and dinks on this piece, because you can see where he sort of just kind of goes in head first. He's really the heavy of this. He's a tank. And speaking of that, he's got a turret behind him, basically. His weapon is a big old machine gun that he carries with him. And in his right hand, he's got that blade that we see where he fights Din Djarin, the Mandalorian, for the Darksaber in the later shows. And I do love also the pop of that yellow in his armor. It almost reminds me of, like, you know, a big heavy duty truck or a big heavy duty like Tonka type thing. But we are going to move around now to look at more Mandalorians. We've got Axe Woves and Koska Reeves. Now, of course, Axe Woves there with that blacked out T-visor and that ring around him, all of course with articulated rangefinders. He's got a blaster in his right hand. They both will have fabric undersuits and that crisp sky blue armor that their Mandalorian guild probably knows them for, and people around the galaxy know them for. They will come with multiple accessories. Of course, they've got that jetpack on them, the dynamic stand, and a matching base, so they fit perfectly into your collection. Both of these are up for pre-order at SIDESHOW.com. Now, we started this whole thing with droids. We're gonna end with a droid. We've got the KX Enforcer droid by Hot Toys. Now, we saw this in the later seasons, of course, in The Mandalorian, and we've seen him in Rogue One as well. You may be more familiar with like K2SO, but this is a KX Enforcer droid. This is not K2 himself. So you can see just I love all of almost like the rust that Hot Toys has captured, specifically in like the head sculpt. You can feel that this droid has been around a while. You can see it in the chest armor and all of the various weathering all around this piece. You've got the Imperial logo on the left side of him here, and of course he's holding that killer blaster. And when you get down to that base, I think it's really fun. And of course, this being a flashback or a callback to the show of the invasion of Mandalore, the base really ties it in together and really brings it into your collection, because you can see that Mandalorian helmet there that who knows how it got there, but these KX Enforcer droids have done their best to wipe out the Mandalorians, and you can feel the presence and the sort of the cold callousness that these droids bring not only to the Star Wars universe but possibly into your collection. Again, is up for pre-order at sideshow.com. All right, well, we are super happy to be able to show you these Hot Toys. Again, some of them you have seen, but not like this. We were able to get a little closer. So if you are here at San Diego Comic-Con, head over to booth 1929. Come say hi. Come see all of this and these guys for yourself. Or if not, go to sideshow.com. Check out these Hot Toys or side.show/con. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to let your geek side show.